Well, it's that time. It's time to podcast. It's been a week. It's also the week of the Stanford Gathering. Stanford, it's here. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
All right. Thank you for joining us.
I see Joe's Leprechauns on? What?
Yeah, I know. We'll bring the boss on in a minute here. Let's do our quick intro. This is the Fighting Irish Faithful Show, volume 134 of all time, season 5, episode 15. And Notre Dame is 4-1, ranked 11th in the AP, 12th in the coaches poll, and 8th in Sagarin. We'll talk about that later. And looking pretty good, which is funny because with all the doom and gloom and stuff, all it takes is for Notre Dame to not play a game and chaos above us. And here we are, just rising. So that's good. I mean, that's college football. I love it. So, all right. I am Joe at faithful_Irish, and if you didn't already know that, well, you're in for a treat. But we got a bunch of people that are going to listen on. I know Adam's listening. He's at work. Coach Barsegian, he may be getting up early in the morning, I believe. But let's bring the boss on, Dos Leprechauns. I don't know how productive he was. So, I can't do jack. Red Snapper, do you have control of the con?
I do.
Okay.
Just pass it over.
Oh, okay, there you go. All right. I could not select those leprechauns. Maybe you were selecting them at the same time. Jason, are you there?
Yes, I am, boys. How we doing?
What's up, boss?
Woo-hoo!
I'm excited, man. We about this time tomorrow we'll be in the air on our way to home under the dome.
Home under the
I'm
dome.
heading out Thursday night. I'm not too far behind you.
Heck yeah, we're gonna be in Chicago Wednesday night. Drive down to South Bend Thursday. We'll probably be there around 2 or so in the afternoon.
Okay, excellent.
So, yeah, very excited. Very excited.
Excellent. So do you fly into O'Hare or Midway?
We fly into Midway. I've never even been to O'Hare. Yeah, we fly into Midway, usually get a rental, hit the hotel real quick, take a nap, get up, and go have 3 crazy days of Irish shenanigans.
Brilliant. Oh, that's awesome. No, that's great. Yes, we will, my family here and the home base, we will be getting up, I was going to sleep in Friday. Red Snapper's preventing that from happening. But that's okay. I'm happy he's coming in on a red eye at least. And then we'll be getting up Friday afternoon. Not sure about the evening activities per se. A little of that is up in the air with the children here. But at the same time, yes, we are looking forward to seeing everyone, meeting people that we have not met, but the whole point of this was to get as many people who are friends of Dos Leprechauns, friends of the Fighting Irish Faithful Show, the 5 Foot Nothing Pod, basically our friends here on X on this platform, get everybody together. Let's go to a game in the fall at Notre Dame, try to get everybody to sit near each other and just have a great time. So
yeah. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. I'm trying not to build up the expectations too much, but I have been looking forward to this for literally a year.
How far do you live from campus, Joe?
Less than 3 hours.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
I'm on the south side of Indianapolis.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So
very cool.
I'm technically closer to Louisville than I am to South Bend.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Louisville is about an hour and 20-ish, so it's not too bad.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So let's see here. We got a bunch of people. The Leprechauns, you've clearly been to campus before. Red Snapper. When was the last time? Red Snapper was here last year. Was at the Wake game. So that was fun. And then, that's where we met up with Nolan and Irish JTL and Adam was there, so we've had some good interactions with some of our loyal followers. So
Yeah, it's gonna. I always enjoy seeing Irish JTL. That's a good dude right there.
yeah, really exciting to see everyone.
And I've known Nolan for probably 7 years, and we've never met in person. I've known Patrick McCormick, one of the other Dust Leprechauns guys, for probably 10 years, and never met him. So we're actually sharing an Airbnb together.
Oh man, okay, excellent.
Yep.
Well, that's fun. Well, good. Well, I see Lynch Mob's here on. He would like to speak, so let's bring Jason Lynch in. What's up, Lynch Mob?
What's up, fellas?
Yo.
Lunch truck, you beautiful bastard.
Yeah, that's right.
So you will not be joining us for the Stanford Gathering, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And you will not be forced to watch the game on Peacock either. So that's a bonus at least.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not gonna make this year. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Yeah, maybe we should start planning for SC next year. I don't know. I'd be down with that.
How about you guys plan for SC this year and come out to SoCal?
I will be there.
Snapper?
I will be there.
He's already got tickets.
Boy, we're gonna tear it down, big dog.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, this is a good year to finish the season, I think, down. If things go the way they should go, I mean, we'll just jump a little bit into that stat piece. I mean, if people don't recognize or are unfamiliar, I like, there's a few websites I really like, and one of them is teamrankings.com. Right now, the statistical most likely probability per their math is for Notre Dame to be 10-2. But right next to it is a really tight 11-1. It's within a couple of percentiles. Now, I'm not the one who's doing this math, so who knows where they're going. But it's really fun to see the little graphs and things. Now, it does say that SC is our quote-unquote toughest game remaining on the schedule, but Notre Dame is still the favorite with a 59.3 percentage of likelihood of winning. Stanford, however, is the easiest remaining game for Notre Dame, 96.4%, and ESPN has given us a similar 96.1%. So, which is nice for us. You know, people are spending a lot of money and time and effort to go this game. So, we should win. We should win big. The spread is 23.5. Now, we've been favored by big times before, but thank God, Stanford's just another one of the run-of-the-mill ACC teams now. So,
it's the probability ranking you talked about there. Did they say who that second loss that they project that might come to? I'm assuming they're talking about SC.
It doesn't specifically say who the losses are, but based off of the win odds, they're saying there is a chance that it would be USC. Like they're giving us a 38.2% chance to go 10-2, a 35.6%. So, we're talking like just under 3% difference between the two. Then it drops off huge, 18.6% likelihood of going 9-3, 5.9% to go 8-4, et cetera, et cetera. So,
gotcha.
So it's just this bar graph that just, and then it's like Sagarin. Sagarin is better as the season goes on.
I would have thought a pie chart would probably be a little bit better.
No, maybe. I don't know. I mean, you usually don't do probability and statistics based off of this isn't a Pareto chart per se, but it is like it's kind of like a histogram, So all the stat nerds out there who are just loving this kind of stuff. But no, the easiest game is Stanford, then Virginia, then Florida State, which I would flip those because Florida State is god awful this year. Now, they do list Georgia Tech being a tighter game, but then you've got our two service academies that we still have to play, and they're both undefeated still, which actually I think bodes well for our strength of schedule. So it's like, hey, academies, Army and Navy keep winning. So
Virginia's not bad either this year, actually.
Yeah, they are so far down. I mean, what are they, like third to last game or something? So they're so far down the rabbit hole for me, that I'm just like, ugh, gosh, it's way out there. No, they're what am I looking at? Second to last. Nope. Army is, and then SC. So I don't know. It's exciting to be in this position now, looking at this schedule, but I'm not going to be too much of a, take it one game at a time. I mean, we should have high expectations and high hopes now with where we are. And quite frankly, we're hungry to play some football after taking a week off.
Right.
Anyway. Well, cool. Let's move on. Lynch Mob, you got anything else you want to enlighten us with today?
No, you're covering everything pretty good.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm glad
Yeah.
I'm
all the stats and the whatever the names of all these graphs and stuff are. I'm completely lost, so I'm gonna leave that to you.
It's like a bell curve, but with like vertical stripes.
Okay.
If you need to talk fixing cars and taking care of goats and cows, Lynch is your guy.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Or today you can talk about putting out fires.
Yes.
That too.
Anyway, I think my neighbors were having a bonfire next door, so I had to shut the windows upstairs, so that was annoying. All right. Lynch Mob, thanks so much, man. We'll move on. Thank you, sir. We got a new person here. Luis Rascalvo. Invite to speak. If he so wishes. He may not want to. This is a new person, though. Maybe he's just found the show. Or maybe he's bored on a Tuesday night because there's nothing good on TV. At least we're not competing with a debate again. We've had to do that twice. No, just some of our friends, unfortunately, are going to have to deal with more hurricanes coming in. So fingers crossed and prayers for people's safety and security. Good Lord.
Yeah, big time prayers, man. That thing
it's supposed to hit tomorrow, I believe. So, and I think Wookie, who's one of our members of the show, he's probably building sandbag castles or something right now. And I mean that sincerely, not okay, a little bit of humor, but simultaneously, yeah, he's supposed to fly out Friday morning, so we'll see if he's able to get out. So I told him just hit the car and start driving now, but it's one man's opinion. All right, let's see here. Louis, are you there, or is it Luis? Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing your name, but you are invited to speak if you so wish, to join us on the Fighting Irish Faithful show. Hit the pink button in the lower left-hand corner to get off mute if you wish to speak. You can speak your mind. It's a friendly place. Hello. Is it Louis or Luis?
It's Luis.
Luis.
How's it going, guys?
Welcome
to the Fighting Irish Faithful show. Is this the first time you're listening to us, or have you listened to us before?
No, actually, this is the first time I'm actually calling in shows and stuff like that. I normally just listen to a lot of anything I have to do Notre Dame. I'm listening to it. You know what I mean? I'm a big Notre Dame fan. Been a Notre Dame fan since I was 11 years old. Back in the 90s when we played Penn State in the snow, and ever since then I've just been attracted to Notre Dame. But giving you guys a call because I have a couple questions. Since this is the last year that we're playing Stanford, what is your guys' thoughts or feelings of keeping this rivalry? Because I asked that question due to the fact that every year I finish out Notre Dame season out here. Well, I'm from the West Coast, so I'm from Fresno, California, but I'm working out in Reno, Nevada, and every year I've been taking my kids for the last. It's gonna be the eighth year that we go either Palo Alto or we go to USC Stadium.
Sure.
See our Fighting Irish pull those wins. But what's your guys' thought about that?
It's interesting.
Luis. Oh, sorry.
Well, and then I'll hand it over to Dos Leprechauns because I'm sure he's got some comments about this. For me, it's one of the things where it's like, when in doubt, tradition, and that's kind of the default at Notre Dame. Now, what's interesting now is how this year with conference realignment, and you've got SC who's in the Big Ten, you have Stanford, as you're speaking of, now in the ACC. We have this like pseudo affiliation with the ACC in football, so we play like 5-6 games or whatever. And so like it's very possible. Obviously, we're gonna see Stanford in the running. Now, me personally, like, okay, Stanford's a smart school, right? We won our first title by playing them. Some of this other stuff, and I don't like hate Stanford. I do. I hate the tree. And so I'm happy to beat them, obviously. I don't have bad blood per se with them. But what's interesting is all good things sometimes do come to an end. And if we have to drop Stanford to take on some other games or some of this other stuff, to me that's fine. I would rather manipulate our schedule, quite frankly, to keep playing USC, even though I absolutely hate USC. They are our rival, and I like Stanford is pseudo a rival, but maybe not to the degree that the Notre Dame faithful would say about USC or say a Michigan or even Boston College, right? There's way more bad blood, I think, with those three teams, and throw Miami in there because I absolutely despise the Hurricane. And then I'm going to throw it over to Dos Leprechauns here, but Luis, you're in good company here because you've got I could see a bunch of West Coast people, including myself, who probably could relate to you. Myself and Red Snapper are both from Southern California. Dos Leprechauns you got Uncle June who's listening, who's down in Arizona. Who am I missing? I think that's those are all the high points there. So so you're in good company here with some West Coast people, specifically Southern California type of people.
And I think
hell yeah, that's
what's
what's up.
With the disassembling of what we know as the Pac-12. So just the disbursement of where the teams went and what conferences they ended up joining, it does lend itself to the possibility that Stanford could potentially still be that rivalry as the representative of the ACC, kind of those 3 or 4 games that we play them every year. So the potential is there to keep it. We'll see if the athletic directors actually have the same thing in mind.
So yeah, the Stanford game is very important to me and my family. Also, we've gone to that game since my kids were little, and I've been going to that game since about 94 or 5, give or take, somewhere in that range. So yeah, it's a bummer that I don't see it on the schedule for next year. However, there's still an open date on the schedule next year. So if the stars align and the ACC and the ADs get together and decide to schedule it, we'll definitely be making that trip. I still think we'll have that game next year. I really do, in Palo Alto. But we'll have to see. But yeah, no, like Joe mentioned, there's a great Southern California contingent. We're gonna have a little gathering at the SC game, Luis. So hope to see you out there for it, bud.
Oh yeah, for sure. I usually go to that. There's that gathering right there, the LA alumni.
Yeah.
Towards the So I always go to that. That was actually the first time that I was out there. My son met Tim Brown, and I have a whole cool picture of that. And like, nice. Tim Brown, down to earth person. He took a family picture, and then my little one was like, "Dad, I want to take a picture with Tim Brown, just me and him, to send it to my mom." And, a single parent is like, man, nah, hell no, your mom didn't pay for these tickets. She ain't getting nothing. And I was kind of like, a little selfish of myself. And then next thing you know, my son, started crying, and he went to the side and sat down, and Tim Brown asked his guards, like, who's the last person? And he ended up putting my son at the very end and gave my son that one picture. And that for me was just like, man, I'm a Raider fan no matter what. I'm a diehard Raider fan. I'm an LA Raider fan. What Notre Dame pride? You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you know. That's where I'm repping every day. I'm a Raider Nation guy no matter what, but I'm a diehard Notre Dame fan. I'm ready to talk Notre Dame all day, every day, any place, anytime. I love the fact that you guys are having this. Way to go, guys. And it feels real good to know that we have some West Coast people out here, you know what I mean? Because, like, man, I felt kind of lonely for a little bit, you know, calling up in these shows every now and then. And now, you guys have we have a good fan base. Another thing, too, that I want to talk to you guys about real quick is about the quarterback and the turf and the whole tunnel that we have on the side that takes that intensity out of that football game, you know? Because when I play football, I like seeing my opponent. I like talking smack, you know what I mean? I like letting them know, like, hey, number 55, number 42, you better get ready. Your mama's going to throw it tonight. Or, you know what? You know, just that whole ish talking that goes on in the football game. And it's like, we're like just good Samaritans, you know, like, oh, you know, how's it going? Take a tour and welcome to Notre Dame. Man, this should not be a no welcome to Notre Dame. You don't welcome to Notre Dame after you kick their butts and you hand it to them. Then you're going to be like, welcome to Notre Dame. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. It's like I love Notre Dame. I can't wait for us to take. I don't know why. And I hope CJ Carr gets better or Mitchie. But let's give these guys the quarterback room and let's just run with them. Yeah. I'm tired of seeing what I'm seeing. Let's run with what we got. We need to develop our own quarterback. We have to. And we have to, you know what, the receivers, if they ain't cutting it, and you know what, we need to get some two big uglies on the defensive tackles, and let's start paying that money because NIL, should be one reason why we're struggling with NIL right now. When Notre Dame decides to win a national championship, they're going to get a tackle, a receiver, and a quarterback. And that's when we're really gonna shove it down their throat. But this whole thing that we're being good Samaritans and good junior Boy Scouts and like we gotta find the proper fit kid to fit Notre Dame. You know what? Sometimes you need the little rough edge kids that wish they could get to Notre Dame, but they just a little bit shy. But if you give them that confidence, perfect example, Jerome Bennis. Perfect example of that. And everybody that came in that class with him as well. We were gonna get Randy Moss and Allen Iverson.
Yep.
Man, did you not forget about that? Oh, so we're able to get them, but we can't get those type of kids right now in Notre Dame because we want to have a fit. Sometimes, not all fits is all great fits. You know what I mean? And on the football field, you don't see that tenacity except for Xavier Watt. Xavier Watt plays with this Bishop attitude because he has a reason to play for it. I mean, I saw the whole Irish Peacock thinking about his dad, and they hit home to me.
Yeah,
they hit really home. Not long.
Yeah, his story with his dad was really eye-opening for me as well. And Luis, I really appreciate you bringing the fire, man. You're touching on a lot of things. You touched on the quarterback, and you know we've kind of danced around that a little bit here and there. I'm trying to steer the conversations beyond just a single topic, you know. I mean, how can we not talk about Mr. Riley Leonard, right? But Luis, we've got some other good shows. If you go back, you know, like you know, take our loss, you know, the Purdue game, which was all over the place. You know, even the Miami Ohio game. We did a show 100% just about him at the preseason. So go back to some of our old stuff. It's out there. It's on, you know, Apple Podcast. What was Apple do? It's on Spotify. It's on the Dos Leprechauns YouTube channel. It's all there. It's all audio. It's just me, you know, drinking scotch and and getting everybody confused with spreadsheets. But Luis, I really appreciate all your impact, bringing your fire, bringing your passion. That is what we want. We are not just fans, but we are fans. We are fans like you, and you know, we get fired up. I've thrown things on this show. I've eaten a crazy hot chili pepper live on the show. There's actually a video of that on the internet somewhere. But that being said, though, I don't do this for money. You know, like I don't really. Okay, I did print business cards. That's just more to like market myself. But that's just kind of to get the word out of there. So we're gonna throw you a follow here, Luis, if I don't already. And the space is really wigging on me right now. So there we go. All right, we threw you a follow there, Luis. Yes, we have had tons of conversations about quarterbacks, about receivers, and and then we have all sorts of other conversations and topics, and this little thing called running the football.
Yes,
sir.
RTDB.
Thank you, guys.
Luis, I can honestly say you're in the running for front man of the show. I love it.
Oh man, yes.
You
You guys don't even know, bro. Like you guys don't even get me started when they talk about we should have shot down that aisle. Man, I'm a bougie guy. I'm not shopping expensive aisles. I don't go for the cheap stuff, and the same thing, we should never go for less than what we are. If we think a quarterback is worth it, or we think a player is a 5-star caliber, we go after him because we're Notre Dame. We're not nobody else. We're Notre Dame. You should be happy that we're at your doorstep. And you know what, dude, Mike? I wish you the best luck. But I'm going to tell you guys right now, and I love my football team, and I'm a diehard Notre Dame fan. But we set the standard. We don't go mediocre, and we don't choose less. You know what I'm saying? We go to bigger and better things, and let's move on with this whole shenanigans with dudes and all these other guys that played it for fools. Well, you know what? Let's take that bandana off our heads and this time let's put the gloves on and let's get some match. Let's put some fight behind that Fighting Irish. Let's get that attitude back because we're missing all that, my boys. Like, I get fed up when we're like, well, you know, they're not a fit and we shouldn't shop down that aisle. Man, Brian Kelly, get your ass out. I'm glad you're gone, my boy. You thank you, did me a favor. But you know what? You keep shopping down that aisle because you won't get them. You just got to start winning out. We got to win, guys. And I'll let you guys go so you can have other guys take over the show. I'm sorry, guys, but I'll be listening to you guys, and I'll be following you. And go Irish.
All right, go Irish.
Go
Luis, really, thank you so much for joining us. By all means, man, love the fire. I got so many questions for him, but I think we'll wait for next time. Luis, you got some homework there. There's tons of stuff out there that you could learn about us, and you know, if you want to hear my real opinion about stuff, go to season 1 episode 5 where I rip into Brian Kelly and the mediocrity bullshit stew that we were in, you know, that kind of stuff. So we don't have to really you know, do all that, but no, you're 100% right. We are Notre Dame. You know, we're demanding. We have high hopes, high expectations, and we're ready to bring it. And so let's go chop down some trees here. Luis, thank you so much.
Thank you guys for sure.
I'll
be following you.
All right, have a good one. Let's go from high energy with Luis, and let's go to another different kind of energy with Jimmy Joe here, who unfortunately will not be at the Stanford Gathering unless something else is going on. Jimmy Joe, are you there?
Hello, namaste, or namaste to Mr. Luis. Oh my word, he's so passionate.
Jimmy Joe, welcome back. I think Jimmy Joe, you need to explain to we got a ton of people on. Oh, Tyrish is there. There's another Southern California guy. Jimmy Joe, I think you need to tie in, gives people some background about who you are and whatnot.
Oh, okay. First,
we got a lot of new people on.
Okay, I'm originally from Calcutta. I have a very good cousin who goes to Notre Dame, and he told me if you're going to be a new Catholic, because I became a new Catholic, he says you have to become a Notre Dame fan. So I know nothing about football, so I'm learning from you, the best. And I'm so happy to be on the phone, but I'm so sad that I'm not going to make it to this Stanford game.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I think Dr. Abby's really, really sad that you're not coming as well.
Well, tell Dr. Abby I'm going to pray for everyone. I'm going to go to a Catholic men's retreat.
Right on.
But you know what? I found out some bad news. They don't have a TV on Saturday.
Oh, no.
What kind of Catholic retreat is this?
I told Mrs. Jimmy Joe to put it on the VCR tape or the whatever.
the VCR.
He said VCR. We're streaming nowadays, my boy.
Can you even record something on a VCR now with the digital shit?
I just remember it always brings 12 noon. I don't know what that's about. No, I meant
the VCR.
No, whatever.
Jimmy Joe from Calcutta now lives in Idaho.
I do. I love it.
It's quite the connection there. We're connecting Irish fans worldwide and making new ones. So, Jimmy Joe, what?
I had a question I wanted to ask.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, our quarterback, Mr. Riley.
Everyone wants to talk about quarterbacks. Here we go.
I know.
Well, you always want to say run the whatever. You have a
Run the damn ball.
Right. But he runs the ball, and when he runs and makes touchdowns, I'm happy. So, I don't know. He doesn't have to be shotgun always,
No, go under center, I formation. Talk dirty to me. Here, let me turn your mic up, Jimmy Joe. Keep going.
I'm actually impressed of myself. I wouldn't even say shotgun. I'm just learning about this.
You live in Idaho. They have lots of shotguns there.
Yes, we do. And that's a Second Amendment right,
Yes.
That protects the First Amendment right. You want me to go? I'm from Idaho. We can talk politics if you want.
Nah, that's kind of not what we like doing on the show. I mean, it sometimes slips in here. Jimmy Joe, What's funny, you're talking about Riley Leonard and running the ball, and I was looking at some statistics of our opponent, the Cardinal, which is funny. We're playing a color, even though their mascot is a tree, some weird crossing of the streams there. I don't understand what's going on there. But
it's not even the bird, so
See that's even weirder, right? Like at least Louisville has the bird, or the angry woodpeckers, right?
Well, you gotta
hopefully
watch
people know what that
those
is.
Attacking trees. You have to watch out for them.
What is this, Tolkien? And there's Ents going out there. You got Treebeard throwing rocks over at Saruman's castle. Okay, all the nerds are really geeking out on that one. Yes, I'm an engineer. Okay, sue me. But I noticed, Jimmy Joe, that both Riley Leonard and Mr. Daniels of Stanford, both of them obviously are the quarterbacks. They're the passing leaders, but they're also the rushing leaders for their team as far as production and touchdowns and et cetera. So is it just going to be a battle of quarterbacks?
I think it'll come down to defensive lines as a result.
Yeah. I think we have the advantage on that. We statistics are heavily favored for us. A lot of green and amber on our column, which is funny because last week, or not last week, 2 weeks ago, when we did the Louisville show, it was kind of 50-50 split, maybe a little more 60-40 over to the Louisville side. However, Louisville had a strength of schedule 143. Now, the only thing about Stanford, obviously, we have a strength of schedule of 53 right now, but Stanford, their strength of schedule is 24. But that's because they lost to Clemson, okay? They've played one team that's a top 25 Sagarin team, okay? And they lost 14-40, so they got pistol whipped, okay? They do have one win over the Power 5 team, which is Syracuse, okay? But, I mean, they are not good, let's quite frankly. The stat that I look at, the first one, is scoring margin, and because of their record being 2-3 and how they've gotten just the pants blown off of them, you do the math, they have a negative scoring margin for the season. Right now we're positive for 19.8. So how do I do that? You do your scoring offense minus your scoring defense, right? And you get a number, and in this case it's negative for Stanford. So sucks to be them, and I'm not sorry. So
is the reason that he doesn't, maybe he runs the ball so much, is it because he's not tall? Who's taller? Who's a taller quarterback? He doesn't see far away?
Riley Leonard's pretty tall. He's 6'3", 6'4". I don't know about.
You should see those guys way down there.
Yeah, this isn't a Tommy Reese problem or a Drew Pine problem where you're too short, right? So.
Oh. Okay, I will continue listening. I will be praying for everybody.
Ashton Daniels from Georgia is listed as 6'2".
Okay.
So he's taller than me. All right, Jimmy Joe, thank you so much. Enjoy your retreat, engaging and enriching your spirituality while we engage and enrich our fellowship here of the Irish faithful in South Bend. So thank you, Jimmy Joe.
Thank you. And namaste.
Namaste, Jimmy Joe.
Namaste, Jimmy Joe.
All right. Colin, has been waiting patiently to jump on. Colin Connors, invite you to speak if you so wish. Welcome to the Fighting Irish Faithful Show. Pink button, lower left-hand corner to unmute yourself.
Hello? You guys hear me?
What's up, Colin? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I just saw this like 15, 20 minutes ago. My buddy texted me. I was like, he's a big, I'm a big Notre Dame guy. So he texted me and said, you got to check out the show. Tell me what you think. So I just walking around. I just said, all right, shit. It sounds pretty good. I like it so far.
Oh,
like,
good.
These guys bring passion. I like it. I'm a Chicago boy, Chicago kid. South side.
Okay. Southside Chicago. Okay.
I heard that loud and clear.
I know. I was like, he's gonna. So that means he's upset with the White Sox organization right now, I assume.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man! You got to do that to me.
No, I'm just trying to like read and relate. You know what I'm saying?
I actually went to the game on Wednesday thinking they were going to lose because I wanted to see history, and they won. I jinxed my own self to go in there. It was brutal. But
man.
Next year they'll lose 101. It'll be progress. But I have a question for you though. Notre Dame a while ago, suspended the Stanford band from going to Notre Dame.
Thank God.
My friend's daughter, believe it or not, is in that band.
Okay.
And he says that some band members are going. Is that true, or is he just not know what he's talking about?
Oh, I that'll be news to us. We'll have some ears and eyes at the game. We're not quite in that area, and we have seen bands of other teams like SC, Purdue, Michigan State. I was at the Notre Dame game. I was a student. I was a grad student there when Golden Tate caught a touchdown pass from Clausen and swan dive into the Michigan State band.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that I want to get a signed picture from Golden Tate and put that in the archives here in the studio. But no, I have not heard about the band. See what I did there, and or anything else. Now, I personally just don't like Stanford's band. They weird me out. They're kind of weird, and the dancing tree freaks me out.
Again, they might just be going as a group. I don't know, but it's something he made. So like a handful of them are actually going to be there, and I didn't know if you were talking about playing or they're just they're just coming to the game to watch.
Okay. I mean, so I guess they could whip out like a harmonica or kazoo and like a recorder, and you could
a couple clarinets,
And the other thing I want to bring up, not to beat a dead horse, what the quarterback thing is, but I think that Notre Dame should stop bringing in transfer quarterbacks because if they do it next year, I think either Angelini or Minchie will probably leave, and it's also harder on recruits because how are you going to? How's Marcus Freeman going to go knock on someone's door, and as a quarterback, and be like, okay, you're going to be my guy, and then every year for the last 4 years, they're like, or 3 years, you bring somebody else in senior year.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, and I think time will tell what's going to happen with this Riley Leonard thing. Like I'm not trying to be a negative prick about it anymore. I'm very evidence based in forming my opinion, but I do agree with you that this transfer portal thing is a little irritating because then it's like, why even bother recruiting a 4 or 5 star kind of guy?
Correct.
Like, and these guys want to get playing time, like if you're CJ Carr, you came to Notre Dame to play. Same with Minchie, it's probably why Deuce Knight is not coming to Notre Dame. It's not because of NIL or some of this other shit. It may be a little bit of that. It may be also he just wants to stay closer to home. But he's probably doing it for playing time. Okay. And he knows that those other guys are in front of him, have more experience, quote, in the program. And so is Deuce Knight really, quote unquote, elite and better than Carr and some of these other guys? Maybe. We don't know. I haven't watched film, and I'm not a quarterback's coach to watch their footwork and arm mechanics to be able to make those kind of things. However, if I take a page out of Red Snapper's book, okay, these guys, these quarterbacks, Minchie and Jelly, Carr, even Riley Leonard now, obviously he's going to be gone after this year, but the guys that are already at Notre Dame they're going through progressions. They're going through and getting that timing and that relationship with the receivers that are currently there. Okay. And that does matter. a lot, which has been a lot of our criticism this year about, well, maybe this is why Riley Leonard has struggled in, putting touchdowns out there. I mean, Notre Dame, just get some statistics here. Passing yards were not good. We're 115th in the country. Passing touchdowns, we're 108th in the country. We only have 5 passing touchdowns. I think Ole Miss does that in 1.5 games. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, Miami's at the top of that list, and so is IU. Go get that. Your IU Hoosiers are killing it with a quarterback who transferred from Ohio, not Ohio State, Ohio. He's a Bobcat. Okay, so so we're okay with IU in this house. Obviously not when it comes to Notre Dame or even Boise. Boise's a whole other story, but Boise's running the football, and that's why they're doing well. But Colin,
the best running backs in the country.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. Yeah, so it's. I was really disappointed. I was unable to catch their game on Saturday night. We had other shit going on in the house here, but
yeah, because I'm one of the few that are not upset that Deuce Knight decommitted. I'm not upset at all.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he probably would have transferred. Again, I don't know. I'm guessing like everybody else, but I think he would have came in. I think CJ Clark.
This makes it simpler. This simplifies our life, and there's no off-season drama. It's already gonna be, a Carr Minchie battle most likely, right? As much as I'm a fan of Angeli this year now, that I don't have any control of that. I was a fan of starting Angeli at the beginning of the season, and I had my reasons. So, Colin, what else? What should we make of the Stanford game? Are we looking for Notre Dame as a team to start turning the page and get the offense cooking a little more with Denbrock there, or is Stanford just suck? And where do you want to go with this?
I think with the bye week, hopefully they got some things taken care of, ironed out. I think that Notre Dame, they have to. Hopefully they got the run game going with the line. I think that I don't know if you said it or a caller said it, the defensive line for Stanford, they're not very good.
Mm-hmm.
We can't run the ball against Stanford's defensive line. It's gonna be a long day. But I think with the off week, hopefully they iron out some things in the passing game. They got some of the linemen, get some more practice time together because the injuries, that matters. Notre Dame's I think they're gonna win, like 34-10. That's my guess.
Okay.
But
Covering the spread there. Not bad.
Yeah, I bet, but I don't bet against Notre Dame. In case they lose, it's a double whammy for me. I can't take that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So
yeah.
I hopefully Denbrock got, Riley settled down a little bit. They worked on some things. I'm not worried about the defense. I think Al Godin, he's doing he rotates a lot of people in, which is why I think Notre Dame's defense is good every year because he rotates, I think, 17 people, 18 people play.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Look at the PFF scores that come in. You get a lot of people playing. The next year, they do well. They have game time. They're not like the offensive linemen who come in, they only have 6 starts, and you can tell they only have 6 starts.
Yeah.
And I think about Riley Leonard, though, I get in arguments all the time with this. I'm not totally down on the kid. I think he's an athlete his whole life. And when you're an athlete your whole life, when you're a kid, they put you at quarterback, and I think it's an athlete playing quarterback. But I was arguing with my buddy the other night. Steve, I like Angeli, I like Minchie, but they don't win the Texas A&M game.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think that they come in and win the Louisville game. He's done it on his legs.
I mean, the Louisville game is interesting only in the sense that we ended up. I mean, obviously we coughed the ball up on the first play of the game, so sorry. But then we jump out to a huge lead right at the beginning. And then we just kind of we're like a cat playing with a mouse, like 21 points for Notre Dame. and then 3 points in the second quarter, 0 in the third, and then another touchdown there in the fourth, right? So it's like we had this huge lead and huge cushion, and then it just kind of got a little stale, you could say. I think what's nice though is the defense is really, I think, the backbone of this team. And you talked about the rotation of guys. Let me ask you a question: truth or a lie? Stanford is a better rush defense on paper than Notre Dame.
Are they? I don't know. I think that's a lie.
Nope, that's truthful. They're 12th in the country. They have averaged 88 rushing yards for their opponents.
Who have they played?
Played Syracuse. They've played Clemson. They have their one win, which is over Syracuse. Oh, I guess they played Cal Poly too.
I mean, I would take our front seven against their front seven.
No doubt. I mean, that's like the one that's like, I think there's a lot more going on with the opponent there, right? And I didn't break down like, okay, well, how is, like, what would be curious to know is how well is Clemson running the ball? How well is, like they lost to TCU, right? Virginia Tech, right? So I'm not, Syracuse doesn't surprise me if they're chucking around the field kind of a team here.
McCord's a throw kid. He's not a. They're trying to be a throw team now at McCord.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I guess the point I'm making is, I'm sure there's more to that than what meets the eye versus what I just, when I just do side by side comparison of this stat, this team, this stat, our team, right? So, but that one kind of jumped off the page for me that I thought was interesting. Now, their ability to run the football is not good at all. Okay. They have 2 rushing touchdowns total all year. They're really bad. Now, they're not the worst, though, but their offense is going to have problems against our front group because tackles for loss allowed, Stanford is bad. They average 9 tackles for loss on offense. They're second to last in this statistic in the country. So out of 134 teams. So,
well, their quarterback's not very good either. I mean, I know we're 115th. I'd be surprised. I'd be interested to see if you know what Stanford passing offense is. I mean, they can't be. They had to be in the hundreds as well.
They're 105.
Okay, yeah, well,
yeah. They average 10 more yards than we do.
And our defensive back are. We have 2.
Our defensive secondary is stellar. We're 16th in the country. We're limiting our opponents to 161 yards through the air. That's better than national champions who limit the last. Let me back up. Colin, what I have done here and what makes my show different other than scotch and spreadsheets, but I compare Notre Dame on purpose to the last 10 national champions in all of these statistics. And so that is the watermark. That is the measuring stick. I'm appealing to Luis here, who is like, hey, we got to be the best. Well, this is what the best people do, okay? And so every year when you have a new national champion, I have to rerun the numbers, okay? So you guys are getting the latest and greatest. Well, it was the latest and greatest, I guess, back in the end of January, right? Whenever that Michigan game was. But my point, well, actually, I know exactly when it was. It was the 8th because my son was born on the 9th. And as my wife's in labor, I'm watching the game on my phone. So she was there too. She was cheering for Washington, between contractions. Okay, why are we talking about this? Where I want to go. Passing defense, yes, we're good. They suck. We're better than national champions. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these statistics, actually 11, we're better than the national champion. So that's pretty good. Over a third of these stats, yeah, Notre Dame's rocking and rolling. So
okay, so that being said, you're saying it falls on coaching?
Oh, that.
I mean, stats can sometimes lie.
Well, no doubt, right? I'm just saying, like you can't fake, being 9th in the country and scoring defense, right?
Yeah,
you can't fake being 10th in the country in third down defense. Right.
So in your opinion, where is the problem then? mean, if we're 10th here and 10th there, and 9th here
well,
and
the
7th
problem
here,
is we have a loss at home to a fucking MAC team. You know? like, trust me, the things would be a lot different if Notre Dame was 5-0, right? And I think people's anxiety would be, you know, a little less. You know, we'd be comparing ourselves to Miami right now and some of these statistics, right? Everyone wants Notre Dame to go out and kill it and be number one in all these statistics. That doesn't always happen, okay? And actually, after the Purdue game, when I had to kind of take a cold shower with this Riley Leonard thing and be like, look, we're not passing the ball well. Riley Leonard's not passing the ball well. And the hypothesis was, is that a problem? Yes or no? And then I went on, I forget what show it says. Maybe Red Snapper will save me here. I went on and did a comparison of Notre Dame and maybe this was a bye week thing. I don't know. I remember going into the
it was after the Purdue reaction game.
No, I think it was no, because I didn't do a post game show because I was hammered after that game, right? I was at the Purdue game, but the post game show was me in the stadium just talking into the ether, that is the X. It was 3 or 4 games in, and I'm pretty sure it was after Miami, Ohio. And the question was, can Notre Dame still be a national champion and not pass the ball, quote unquote, well? And so then the question was, where was Notre Dame in passing statistics, specifically Riley Leonard, relative to other national champion teams that won the title but weren't the best in passing? Specifically, that's Michigan last year and then Alabama of 2011 and 2012. And Riley Leonard wasn't even close, and it did not bode well for him. So so that ain't good.
Listen, I hope Notre Dame wins the national championship every year, but I watched Alabama against Georgia. I've watched Texas play, and we're just not there yet.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. And
with my opinion, it starts and stops with the offensive line.
Well, and no doubt, I'm just saying,
when Michigan won, look at their line last year. They're men. Look, Alabama won, Georgia won. Look at this. Look at the offensive line. Oh yeah, the quarterbacks are JJ McCarthy. He's from Chicago, man. I've seen the kid play in high school a half dozen times. You know, he's a good game manager. He's a good quarterback. He won the national championship, a couple high school championships.
Very efficient quarterback too.
Yeah. But his line was monstrous. Look at, like Georgia's line with Carson Beck's not a good quarterback. He's going to be playing on my flag football team in 2 years. So, but his line is amazing last year. The Bama's line a couple years ago when they won it, they were just Arkansas.
Well, and that's what's interesting, and what makes us as Notre Dame fans, frustrated. Like we had Mike McGlinchey, we had Quentin Nelson, we had Ronnie Stanley. You had fucking who just Joe Alt.
Yeah,
Joe is the highest drafted player probably ever out of Notre Dame to go in the NFL. I'm gonna make that bold statement. I went back like 25 years and looked up every single Notre Dame player who was drafted the last 25 years, and he was the highest.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor was up there, but he's not as high as Joe.
Not as high as. No,
you're right.
No, Rick Meyer did not. No.
Well, you got. Joe Alt left early, and the left tackle left early, and. The right tackle left early. I can't remember his name. I'm drawing a blank right now. But they both could be back this year. I know a lot of teams can say that, but when you lose two star tackles early to the pros, that's going to hurt any offensive line. And if Notre Dame's offensive line, we live and die by them. Your offensive line is. What did Lou Holtz make a comment 20 years, 30 years ago? You show me a good offensive defensive line, I'll show you a good team. You show me a bad offensive defensive line, I'll show you a bad team. You show me a great offensive line, a great defensive line, I'll show you a great team.
Yeah, and maybe it was Ara Parsegian or someone else who was like, I'd rather
just regurgitated his, but
yeah. No, you're not wrong at all. when you say that, hey, look, I'm looking down the road, and we've talked about this on other shows, like, hey, down the road, this is what's going to happen. You're going to end up facing one of these other, big scary teams that you're talking about. It's not Florida State this year. It's certainly not Virginia. USC, I think we can handle them. But what's going to
beat USC?
What I hope so, and I think we will too. I think we will be 11-1 and going into the playoffs. Now, whether or not we host a game is another story. Now, what's fun is I was seeing some of these. You start seeing these projections that are coming out, and from press people, and they're looking at stuff, and I saw Notre Dame hosting a game, I think against Ole Miss. So I was like, oh, that'd be fun. Get a warm weather team to come up to South Bend and for Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the northern Midwest, the place I've never been colder, right? So that's fun to think about. And I did look up today when the first playoff rankings, the official ones that really matter, when those will come out, and that will be on the 5th of November, the night we are doing a show. There's also something else that's happening on that day that's really important, but we can talk about that another time. But that's leading into the Florida State show week, so I'm sure we'll have some Florida State hate to throw around as well. So lots of stuff happening.
You giving me a chance to speak. I'll let somebody. I've been talking long enough, so I'll let somebody. I'm probably boring people right now, but
no, it's all good. This is what we do. We want to make sure you get enough time. We let if people want to scream, people want to go on a rant. We really don't have too many rules on this show. There's really only one, and it's don't break commandments, and that's pretty much it, right? And no stealing, no taking the Lord's name in vain, no committing adultery on the show, none of that, right? So
and every once in a while we have to remind Coach Parsegian to mute himself while he's preparing his dinner or his snack.
He just makes me hungry or whatever. Yeah, we'll get to Coach Parsegian real soon here. All right, Colin, really appreciate you coming on. Gonna throw you a follow there. Colin Connors with multiple S's. Thank you.
All right. Take care, boys.
All right. Go Irish. All right. Got new people. Luis, got Colin. This is great. Let's see. Mike Sloan, you've been very patiently waiting. We'll get to you next here. Justin Roush, I see you.
I see Natalie.
Maybe we'll just skip Justin and go straight to Natalie, right?
That's what I think.
Sorry, Justin. But first, let's go to Mike Sloan, or at least I thought I got Mike Sloan on here. You there, Mike?
Oh, yeah, I'm here.
What's up, brother?
My man. Hey, looking forward to coming up, getting a chance to meet everybody. I was thinking about Stanford. They got smoked by Clemson, smoked by Virginia Tech. I don't think they have the balls to try to throw on us. So that being said, looking at our D-line, some of the issues we've had, I think that if they're game planning, their only chance is going to try to run on the D-line.
Right.
So hopefully, the bye week they've had a chance to make some changes and get that kind of tuned in to where it needs to be. But as far as for us, I really think that this would be a good opportunity to try to work on our passing game, just to kind of set up for what's ahead in the schedule.
Yeah, they are not a good passing defense at all. 122nd in the country.
Yeah, so I'm really, really expecting to see a lot of passing.
Am I wrong to
we're not used to.
Am I wrong to assume that the Louisville game, it looked like, or it had the appearance that it was kind of turning a corner, because we saw some good passing games, some good 20-yard passes, a couple passing touchdowns. So it was like, going into the bye week, is it just my eternal optimism that, okay, maybe this is the week where he finally starts to put it together. Now it's right before a bye week. And so we have the ability to now use that bye week for a maximum to really fine-tune that passing game so that we become a dual threat offense.
I mean, if in the bye week all Riley Leonard did was work on timing when routes, with his receivers, honestly, I think that's the best thing he could possibly do. Okay, just work on your craft, work on your execution, and getting knowing where your receivers are supposed to be with whatever the play call is. I know where my number one read is, my number two, and then my safety valve. And then that's it. This is another team, another opportunity for Riley Leonard to be effective in the passing game. But look, it may not happen as well. I mean, we're playing at home, so sometimes we always feel like we're a little sluggish at home. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's all the wine and cheese crowd. Probably not. It's really strange sometimes, but we did come out firing well once we got over some of the turnover nonsense, which must be cleaned up. But yeah, Stanford is not a good team, and we should beat them like they owe us money.
Yeah, absolutely. And you go into this week, you've got 3 games, and then you're off again. So
yeah,
it's they've had a week to rest up. Not really hearing anything as far as the I guess the injury updates. I mean, obviously we have guys that are out for the season. Not sure about some I guess game time decisions for a couple of guys.
Right.
But I really think this would be the game to really work on the passing because it should be free money. I mean, their passing defense is horrible. We should be able to get what we want. And, granted, I know that Riley, he does what he does with his feet, and he likes to get chunks with, him running. But, man, I got to be honest, that just really worries me down the road. And if we do get to the playoffs,
is it sustainable with him running around like that all the time?
Yeah, and obviously the coaching staff wants to ride with him, and I mean, granted, if he's not available, they'll have to do what they've got to do. But then you run into another problem. You're bringing somebody in that hadn't had a lot of snaps, and you hope for the best. So. Like Snapper said, hopefully they can get it balanced out, and hopefully they did work on some of the passing issues, and I really think we'll see a lot more of it than we're used to, hopefully anyway.
Yeah, I mean, we want to have a balanced football team to be effective in the air and on the ground. I think we can be effective on the ground. Obviously we have some offensive line questions, but that's just youth and inexperience, quite frankly. But I mean, let me put it another way. This is Notre Dame's last game at home this month. Next time they play at home is the Florida State game on the 9th, right? So we're going to have these 2 away games. Well, I guess technically they're both neutral. Georgia Tech down in Atlanta, and then Navy at MetLife, right? So, and then we're going to come back to New York for the Army game, right, at Yankee Stadium. So, but yeah, it's kind of a strange thought. Like, oh, this is like the next time Notre Dame plays, it's going to be much colder, and you're going to need a jacket. But the weather's supposed to be sunny. Maybe just need a light sweatshirt in the evening, and that's it. Like, if that.
Right.
So, all good stuff. Well, Mike, you're driving up when? Thursday, Friday?
Leaving out of here Friday morning. I've got a couple of things I have to take care of, and I've got to wait for things to open up. So being on the road by 9:00, that should put me in Elkhart somewhere around 5-ish.
Nice.
And by that time, I should probably just grab a bite to eat and relax and hook up with everybody Saturday morning.
Excellent. Well, you're on the group chat for our posse that's all sitting together behind the skinny tunnel up high, so we can yell stuff. We'll have the bat signal up, which is not the bat signal. It's the Fighting Irish Faithful logo, flag, which is not cheap, but it is well made. So I will say that. So, so yes, that will be flying up in the sky. That'll be the banner in the sky with the stars and stripes. So
sounds good, my man. Definitely looking forward to meeting everybody. One last thing I need to know: did you convince my man into doing the ghost pepper challenge? Or, I mean, what are we looking at here?
Ghost peppers will be packed in on Ready 5, and we may just eat some just for fun,
Oh, I'm down to do that.
I mean, I've always talked about having a hot pepper eating contest. I don't know if this is advisable or intelligent to do, but it's a tailgate, so how many intelligent things are actually going on? You know what I do need? I got to find the football that's kicking around in the house somewhere. I think it's down in the bin in the basement with the other sports equipment. We got to make sure that sucker's pumped up and ready to rock and roll. Toddler Irish Faithful is ready, but no hot peppers for him. I don't want to deal with that. That's child abuse.
All right, man. Everybody be safe heading in, and I will catch up with you guys this weekend. Be safe and go Irish.
All right, go Irish. Thanks, Mike. Safe drive.
Looking forward to it, Mike. See you soon.
See you in the North Lot. All right. Adam is on work. Sorry, Justin. Skipping you. Sorry. Gonna go to Natalie, not you. Adam, what's up? You got a break from work? Oh, maybe he's not. He told me earlier he was gonna just listen. He probably wasn't gonna be able to talk, but that's fine.
What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Adam?
Not too bad. Just leaving work actually.
Yeah, right on.
But, I'm excited to be up there, hang out with you guys. I know I met you guys last year with forget what game was that? Don't remember actually.
The Wake Forest game, I believe.
I think it was Wake.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm actually heading up on probably Friday afternoon. Still debating if I'm going to get a hotel or not.
Okay.
Might just leave in my car. I don't know.
Oh no.
But yeah, I'll definitely be there. Hopefully, do some Friday night shenanigans. I've never done the drum circle that someone did.
Yeah, midnight drum circle. Yeah. That might be past my bedtime. I got little kids, so I got, I can maybe go out for a drink or two, but I don't think it's it. And quite frankly, I probably won't do that because I'll be organizing a tailgate and trying to get there to the lot early. Definitely want to be set up before 9, so that means we got to leave the house.
Yeah, that's my contradiction too, because the thing that's why I'm going to get up there Friday, because it's about 3 hours, 2.5 hours from where I'm at. So
yeah, because you're in Indy, right?
If I do that, then I want to try to be there by 8 or 9. That means I have to leave at 7 or 6, and I'm just that's early. So
that's really early.
I'd just rather be up there already. If I just go up there Friday night or Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
But looking forward to the game. Looking forward to meet a lot more other people. I will be wearing my jersey shirt.
Yes.
Definitely. Everyone should be donning their 5'0" pod.
Yes. Yes. If you have the green 5'0" pod ish, green baseball ish jersey, wear it, because then we can find each other. Now, we don't have to be that family that walks around Disney World, all wearing the same shirt. That's not the intent. But it is, I think, a force of unity, and quite frankly, they look cool, and it's another way for us to find each other and to pop in the crowd, right?
And we definitely got to get that photo, that group photo.
Yeah.
Be epic.
Yes.
But I will be putting on my jersey, my actual legit jersey, once the game starts. Just FYI.
Is it Under Armour or Adidas or Champion?
Under Armour.
It's Under Armour. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's the 2013 Boston game jersey. It's my favorite.
Is that the Gumby green color?
I don't think so.
Because the Boston College, is that the game at Fenway? Because that was 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. That one's okay. It's not my favorite. The funny thing with the Shamrock series and even just the green jerseys in general, for me it's like, well, there's so many. Like it's same with the shirt, right? There's like 30 years of it, right? It's like, because there's so many over the course of time, it's like, yeah, okay, like this one's better than this one, and so then it's kind of like, well, which one is the best, right? And everyone knows that the Tyrone Willingham year, I think it was 2002, the green one, Return to Glory. Everyone knows that's the best shirt. But anyway, because it's got like the it's like got the gold helmet. It's like got like the chipped paint. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like texture to the shirt, even though it's not physically textured. But anyway, but yes, obviously people can wear whatever they want within reason into the stadium. But no, if you got a green 5'0" pod jersey, this is the time to wear it.
Yeah. So also, like, I always like with that jersey, when everyone gets them, I always like to ask, like, hey, what's the meaning behind your number that you picked? So it's like, for me, I guess I'll just air mine out now. But for me, I picked 83 because great wide receiver Jeff Samardzija was my favorite.
Excellent.
Growing up. So,
and was a baseball player.
And he didn't go pro with football, but hey,
he probably made a lot more money doing baseball. I guarantee that.
Yeah, less likely to get hurt too.
Yes, he was a pitcher.
But yeah, I'm excited for the game. Excited for the game. Should be. I know we always say it should be an easy win, but we know unfortunately how Notre Dame is. We like to play down to our opponents at times.
Yeah, or hurting ourselves because we're masochistic apparently.
So like when the kickoff happened for Louisville, oh man, I thought that was going to be a drastic start when we fumbled the kickoff, and I was like, is this really how this is going to go? Like, is this really how it's going to go?
Nothing was better than Wookie's tears because he did it right as the kickoff happened. And you saw the look on his face.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I had literally just pulled in because I was like, I'm not going to watch this at the house. So I literally pulled in to B-Dubs and ordered my drink to do the whole traditional drink post. But and I literally pulled in and that happened, and I was just like, this is exactly how it's going to go. Like, it's going to be that kind of game.
That kind of game. All right. Yeah. Buckle yourself in. Strap it in.
I was there for the Ball State game where we almost lost. So, but I know someone had brought up everyone's talked about the quarterback, but come on now, like Riley Leonard should be able to torch this freaking Stanford defense and on the ground and in the air, but we'll probably have more rushing touchdowns and passing touchdowns regardless.
Yeah.
I'd like to see 2-2. If he could do 2-2 and then let's get Carr, Minchie, and Angelian, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, isn't the Carr dealing with an injury? So I don't know. I thought I saw last that he had an injury.
In practice,
elbow. Yeah.
I didn't see that, but I'm also not reading ND Nation every day.
Neither am I. I'm more focused on NFL Colts injuries, but that's just me. But yeah, it should be a good game. I'm excited to meet everybody. I really don't have anything much else to say, so I'll let somebody else get on here. But looking forward to heading up there, and I'm down. I know that someone's already mentioned this for next year. I definitely won't be able to make the California USC games this year, but I am totally down to do the whole group thing for USC next year.
Yeah, that would be tight.
Yeah, but other than that, go Irish. I'll stay in here and listen, all that. But
excellent.
Excited to see everyone. But see you guys Friday or Saturday morning, and we're going to go home with an Irish stove.
Excellent. Adam, really appreciate it. Really excited to see you again this weekend in the North Lot. And we'll be breaking bread again because we ate food last time as well. All right, Justin, I'll see you there. Brought you on, man. We're done. We're done razzing you, all right?
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. Man, I'm so fucking mad right now. Because
Okay.
I feel like the fucking defense is a national championship defense.
Yeah.
I do. I really do. And I'm torn because Riley Leonard is an experienced guy that's done things he's done, but I am totally on bar with just playing fucking a younger guy and just playing that right now. Like
let them get the experience. Absolutely.
Like I'm totally into just playing fucking CJ Carr and going fucking 9-3. I don't fucking care because I am with the fact that I don't think that if this team makes the playoff with fucking Riley Leonard, this team is not a national championship defense. It's not. National championship team in general. It's not going to happen with this guy. So I am totally in with playing this young guy like we did with Ian Book, Brady Quinn, whatever. I think CJ Carr needs to be the fucking quarterback of this team moving forward, hands down.
Well,
period.
Did you say hands down with a pun intended? Because CJ Carr did injure his hand recently in practice. So yesterday reported out of, what is this, SI.com. He had a hand injury during practice here. Had some elbow soreness. Da-da-da-da. You know, it's a bunch of fluff here. They don't actually tell you exactly what happened or what soft tissue or whatever. So we'll see with that now. And it doesn't even say if it's his throwing arm or anything. So, you know, so good job, article. Good job, SI. How you have fallen down the mountain. So anyway, if someone else can read articles and podcasts simultaneously, you got more skills than I do. But you know, it's interesting you say that, Justin, because I part of me wants to agree with you that we need to pave the way for the future to get reps with these younger guys. But I also I want to win now. And there's no reason why we can't finish the rest of the regular season 11-1. Now, if your response is, you know, play Carr, play Minchie or whatever, and they can take us 11-1, I'm with you. But at the same time, it's like I know what I have seen. I can't unsee what I've seen with Riley Leonard's abilities, especially during that, you know, Purdue game. Now Purdue sucks, right? But so does the Stanford team, quite frankly. So I would prefer, if I may compromise here, you know, the coaches are going to play Riley Leonard, right? So I think the best thing for this team, because this is what good teams do, you get a big lead, early lead, you know, first half, you know, early part of that third quarter. And then the latter half of the third quarter and all of the fourth quarter is just garbage time. And that's when you're giving these younger quarterbacks and younger guys the reps. So that's my opinion on that, of how we can, you know, have our cake and eat it too.
So Joe asked me, so tell me this, like with this team, the way this team is built, which has a really good fucking defense. And it's fucking fantastic. It really is. When let's say we run the table. Okay. What is your confidence? What's the level of confidence you have to say we have a team with this guy that we can win a national championship? Because I don't feel it, dude. I don't.
Well, and that's a really hard question, because I also my counter to that is I have seen teams basically go the distance with just one guy. Okay. His first name was Vince, his last name was Young. Okay. I mean, Texas did some other good stuff too, right? So I don't want to, you know, downplay that, but that is the reason why Mac Brown won a title, right? It's Vince Young. So
Yeah.
you can have that one transcendent quarterback kind of play guy. I mean, shit, look over at Clemson, right? The only reason why they won their titles, I mean, they had Venables too, so like maybe this isn't the best example, but at least from an offensive standpoint, you put Deshaun Watson in there, and then you have Lawrence in there, and yeah, you're gonna hold up trophies and shit.
Better example is Joe Burrow.
Well, and Joe Burrow, yeah, I mean, but he also had like amazing receivers with him, so that's a 1-2 punch there that's almost impossible to get over with, right?
True.
So they had the receivers as well that were just man children that were just destroying everybody. I was actually thinking about that the other day while I was mowing the lawn. I was like, I should do more research on that LSU squad and the stacked receivers they had. And I don't follow the NFL, so I can't name these guys off the top of my head. I know I'd recognize the names if I read them, but back to Justin's comments about like, well, how's this team going to stack up against other teams? Like, a fair point. I understand. I know where you're going with this. Okay. And I'm with you as far as like it makes it really easy for me to then see the holes in the armor here. Right. I would say, not having, the face ripper, scary defensive linemen, that, make grown man cry. Not having the O-line, the impenetrable fortress of an O-line, right? Because let's face it, we get, some tackles for loss here and there and stuff. And sometimes our rushing, though it's good, it's not stellar good. But yes, the defense is winning these games for sure. It's definitely keeping us in it, but it's also keeping these other teams at bay, quite frankly. And sometimes that's all you need from your defense is to just and maybe Al Golden knows he doesn't have the guys that can penetrate in the backfield, but also I don't really get a huge amount of confidence from Al Golden when he does blitz and stuff and tries to go for the throat per se. It's almost like a better bend don't break and just get them off their pace, and make them be in a long third down situation, and then that forces our opponent to go against our excellent secondary.
Yeah, the defense is fucking insane. Like, I'm not gonna fucking deny that.
No, I mean we're
I almost feel like we're like not wasting, but kind of wasting a national championship defense. But
I mean we wasted our national championship defense in 2012 as well. Sorry.
Yeah, we did, and I feel like we're wasting it again. But to think about the future of this program, I don't think that Riley Leonard is going to lead this team to a national championship, right? Like,
sure,
we've seen like our best quarterbacks in our history recently in the last 20 years. We're going to go through it. We've had Brady Quinn, who started as a freshman. We've had Ian Book, who came in.
I actually have a tab
young,
about this, so I'll keep
right?
you honest here.
Okay. We've had guys that were younger, and I think that
Jimmy Clausen.
Jimmy Clausen. We have a guy right now that I think
DeShone Kizer, arguably one of the best quarterbacks I've seen.
I don't think we have a national championship offense right now. Do I think we have a national championship defense? Yeah, we do. We absolutely do.
Like if you took the 2019 Ian Book offense, with Chase Claypool and whatnot, statistically one of the best offenses Notre Dame ever had. It's pretty good. Actually, you know, it was a pretty good offense was last year, believe it or not, with Hartman.
They next to me.
Yeah. The and you know, we obviously gave a lot of grief to our former OC, who's now down at Troy, right? But they're not doing so hot, which is unfortunate, you know. But you know, shit happens when you're a first year head coach. Yeah, I'm with you. Like the defense, you know, this is kind of a recurring theme. The defense is doing well, the offense is letting us down, and so it's like, okay, like. But I sometimes think this is just, you know, what we have to do. Well, Justin, look, it's we're about almost an hour and a half in. I don't want to have this go 2 hours. We're gonna pop off to some other people. Justin, we will see you Saturday.
You're gonna see me Saturday.
Maybe Friday at a Corby's or something. Maybe.
We're gonna be at Corby's, buddy.
I gotta socialize it with my better half here, right? And you know, yeah.
I'm a free agent on vacation, so I might be out all night. Who knows?
That's fine. Red Snapper will Uber, right? He'll do whatever, right?
Hey, Joe, let me cut in. I just I want to see everybody. We've been doing this shit for 5 years, man. I'm so appreciative of your podcast and your Excel spreadsheets, your fucking points, all this shit. This shit has been so cool for me as a guy from just like in Denver, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just fucking love all you do. And
thank you.
I can't wait to meet everyone.
Does Natalie know that you love what I do?
Let's have a beer. Let's have a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great time. We'll have beer and beverages and food and tasty beverages. Yes, absolutely. No, looking forward to it. I love tailgating. It's gonna be awesome. And I appreciate the kind words there. I do have fun doing the show. It does take work, and sometimes I have to not psych myself up to do it, but it's one of those things where it's like, oof, all right, it's getting late. You know, it's been a rough day with, you know, cleaning up around the house or work or, you know, taking care of the kids or whatever, you know, but at the end of the day, I do like doing this. I know what makes it even more enjoyable is people like yourself, Justin, who show their appreciation and actually look forward to listening to my voice. So I appreciate that very much. Thank you. All right. Let's see here.
I think we need to get Natalie on as a quick follow-up rebuttal.
Yeah, if she wants. Maybe she's going to be like, you said what? Yeah.
Let's get Natalie on. I'm
done.
Tell her, say, run the damn football.
Run the damn football.
There you go. That's all you need to say. That's it. That's it. All right, Coach Barsigia, invite you to speak before it's your bedtime. I'm surprised Jay's up.
Hey, so let me talk for a second.
Oh, geez, you're cutting off a 2-time national championship coach, man.
I'm just cutting him off real quick. Natalie is a grown-in fucking Notre Dame fan because she met me. I went through a divorce, and I met her, and she is fucking loving this Notre Dame thing. And it's funny because she fucking watches fucking Notre Dame football, and she's like, "Can we just run the fucking ball?" And I'm
yes,
hit the ball. Hit
run
the
ball.
Hell yeah, run the damn ball.
Run the damn ball. That's all you need to do.
Run the fucking damn ball.
And I've said this from day one. It's like, if you can run it and they can't stop it, why would you do anything else? Like, as much as I want to be well-rounded and as sexy and fun as it is throwing fades into the end zone, you don't have to do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
football existed for how many years before the forward pass was invented?
Yeah, but then, you know, Newt Rockne, I don't know. Yeah, all valid points.
Hey, boys, she's gonna be there next week with me, and she's gonna be run the damn ball, Natalie.
Excellent.
Nice.
Run the damn ball, Natalie. Love it. All right, Coach Parsegian, bringing you on.
I'm going to throw you a little bit of a curveball.
Uh-oh. Baseball analogy.
Okay.
Here we go.
Says the Yankee fan.
Yeah.
Well, you brought up your favorite, the shirt. There haven't been many. There haven't been many that I've loved, but two of my all-time favorites, the 06 shirt and the 2007 shirt.
2007.
If you remember,
2007
it was green.
Not a good year.
No, but the shirt was good.
The shirt was good. Okay.
It was the one that had the shoulder to shoulder chanting her golden name.
I'm pulling it up. Oh yeah, 2007 is good. It's that dark green. Yeah, that one.
The hunter green.
That
yeah,
one was good. That one is good. That one is good. What was the other one that you liked?
The 06. Where the quote was, "This is the day, and you were the team."
I think I have that one.
06? Oh yeah, yeah, and it shows all the coaches. Well, it's because your face is on it right here. Lower left-hand corner, yeah, and that's the one with Weiss pointing. Yeah, that one was good too. Yeah, that's good. I have the first shirt I have is the 08 one. That's when I was a student. I did not get 2009, the Rise and Strike, Defend Our Honor. I thought that one was stupid.
The 08 one was the player in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Navy blue.
Yes, and it's like something about like outline against a blue-gray October sky. Notre Dame will rise again, which it was kind of fitting after the shitty 2007 season. Yeah, it was my first year, so I was just like, yeah, let's get it, So, but yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Well, are you wearing this year's shirt to the game, or you've got something else in store? Or are you gonna wear like your 5 Foot Nothing Pod shirt? Where are you going?
The missus will be wearing the 5 Foot Nothing Pod.
Okay.
Jersey. I will. You could say I'll be the mascot for the 5 Foot Nothing Pod group.
Okay. Very good. Excellent.
Wait a minute. How many guys are wearing the 5 Foot Nothing? Because I'm wearing the 5 Foot Nothing.
I will be. Red
a lot
Snapper
of people.
Will be. A lot.
I think we all are. I think we're all supposed to.
20 of us.
I mean, it's not requisite for your ticket or whatever, but yeah.
Red Snapper.
Should be.
Snapper, are you wearing your 5 Foot Nothing?
I'm 99% sure Red Snapper is.
Oh, I'll be bringing it.
Not wearing it.
I'm kind of mad he's not on the podcast right now, but regardless, I'm wearing mine.
I'm wearing mine.
I'll have mine.
This is going to be kind of cool, dude.
It's going to be very cool.
Hey, Joe.
Like I said, the group photo is going to be epic.
Joe.
Hey, guys. Hey, Justin, sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean to be rude, but my phone is going to die, and then the show will end. So let's pause that. Coach Parsegian, any other thoughts? I want to get William in here too. We can also continue the conversation another time.
Yeah, we'll be talking tomorrow for sure. Because Lord, we've got to get up at 4:30 because we want to be on the road by 5 to 5:30.
Okay.
So, but we'll be seeing you for lunch tomorrow.
Yes.
Around lunch-ish, little after. I'll keep in touch with you. So,
spoiler alert: show is to be continued tomorrow live. Coach Parsegian, 2-time national champion coach, will be in studio. Are you cool with are you cool with beans in your chili?
Oh heck yeah!
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I can eat around them if I have to.
You don't want beans? I'll leave them out.
Well, as long as you make it like hotter than hell, I don't care.
Oh, I can make it hotter than hell. Well, I mean, we can make your bowl hotter than hell.
Temperature hot or spicy hot?
Like spicy.
Spicy. Inferno. Too
like I
too
douse
sensitive.
My chili.
Too sensitive for dust pecans.
Yeah, I douse my chili with like tons of Louisiana hot sauce.
Okay. So. Well, we got something a little more kick than that. Right. guys, we're at 2% battery life, and you guys are all going to drop off, and it's just going to be me. We're down to 1%. So I'm going to say farewell to everybody here on the space. Everybody else who's listening live on the well, it won't be live on the podcast version, but bye-bye, phone. You're going to die. See everybody on the X. This is Joe, Fighting Irish Faithful show. A couple of last-minute things I wanted to touch on. Obviously, we had crazy amounts of upsets over the weekend. Sorry, everyone who's I'm just about to lose here. And Notre Dame just, this is one of those things where it's a good thing you're not playing, because this is, if you were, Ohio State or some of these other teams that did not die and didn't, have any sort of, abilities to avoid an upset, right? You were happy you weren't playing or your game was already over. So, hooray for our side. A couple things I wanted to point out. So I have, 30 stats, 29 stats total. We are in the green on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of these are better than the national champions. Some of the big ones I want to point out here. Obviously, we're better than Stanford in most of these. Rushing attempts for touchdown, we're better than national champions right now. We're 11.5 rushing attempts for every touchdown. Red zone scoring, we score 90.9% of the time we are in the red zone. National champions are 88%. Touchdowns, where is the touchdown column? Oh, this is bad. It's not done alphabetically. I have to know the ratio in which it actually happens. All right. Oh, there it is. Red zone touchdowns. That's the one. We score a touchdown 81.8%. We are 6th in the country. Really, really good. But it's not our best stat. Our best stat is 4th down defense. We are 4th in the country. We limit our opponents to converting on 4th down 18% of the time. Stanford is nowhere close to us in what I've just mentioned. And then, Stanford does run the ball slightly more than we do, 54% versus, 54%, we're 55. The national champion is 56, right? So we're all kind of in sync there. Yards per point, we're really, really close to that national champion number, which is 11.8. We're 11.9. So if we have a good, efficient game, and we pound the hell out of Stanford, it's going to be looking good here. So Stanford's not good. We should kill them. It's Troy Taylor. Sorry, you came over from Sacramento State. You still got some work to do, bud. So, he does have a winning record for his career. He had a good record per se out of Sac State. It's 63 percentile for his career, but Marcus Freeman, first time coaching, was obviously here at Notre Dame, 72% percentile with his record, which is really good. Being in the 70s, that's good stuff there. We will not be doing a post-game show on Saturday, obviously, because I will be at the game and we'll be hanging out with our friends and maybe post-game party. We don't know yet. The night will be young when the game is out. But yes, we will be looking forward to the game. We will be tailgating in the North Lot. If you have your 5 Foot Nothing pod jersey, please wear it. If you are coming, park in a neighborhood that is east of campus, on I think it's Bulla and Twickenham there, or just the next street over. That's where you want to park. Park on someone's lawn, pay them $25. If you want to park in Whitefield and pay double money and sit on a bus, hey, go for it. You do you. I've had zero problems parking in that neighborhood. I've done it for years. We have a banner. We have a flag. It's going to be flying high in the sky. Really excited to have people look up, see our flag, and then be able to find us. And then obviously you'll see the 5 Foot Nothing pod jerseys. So you'll see see your friends in the podcast. So cell phone reception sucks. So if your cell phone, don't try to call me, don't try to DM me, because I probably won't get it, and it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's just that's just what happens when 100,000 people invade, a limited cell network. So it's maybe they could fix it, bring in some satellite towers, but I'm pretty sure Verizon is not going to do that. So unless they had like campus-wide Wi-Fi and then we all just jump on the Wi-Fi, maybe that actually would probably be the better way to get around that. But does Notre Dame really want to do that? I don't know. Have it be what is it like? There's all these fees with your tickets. Have like a technology fee, and that's paying for the extra Wi-Fi bandwidth, right? That they bring everybody up with. I don't know. I don't think people have this problem at pro stadiums, because I'm pretty sure pro stadiums like NFL or something, maybe someone who knows actually has been to an NFL game, like a Colts game or something, can comment about this. But I've never heard of anyone in the NFL having this problem. So I don't know. But we're not at Jerry's World. We're at Our Ladies University. And that's what we're going to go out with here. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. Really excited for the Stanford Gathering. And yes, Coach Parsegian spilled the beans. Yes, we're having chili for lunch, but he will be in studio with me tomorrow. That is the plan. And we're going to go from there. So good night, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Peace. Go Irish.
Throws the ball. It is caught. Reggie Brooks. Reggie Brooks got it for a two-pointer, and Notre Dame is out in front, 17-16. Lost the ball. The pass is batted down. It's batted down by Carroll.
It's caught by Samaja. Inside the 20. Inside the 10. He's going in. Notre Dame has scored. Dawson throws. Open receiver in the end zone. Touchdown. Notre Dame. Somehow the Irish did it.
Out of the pack, 30, 35. Goodbye, baby. At the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. 5-5 rocket touchdown. Irish.
Tyree. Whoa. Can he get there? Tyree at the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Woo. 98. Big ones. Zibikowski looking for a block. Cuts to the right to the 40. Gets a block. Gets to the 45, 50. Up to the 45, 40, 30. One man to beat. 20, 15, 10. He's down to the 5. Touchdown, Irish.